Welcome to the CUNA News Weekly Wrap-up for July 31st through August 4th. This week, you'll receive an update on the Federal Reserve's FedNow payment system, learn about leadership through mergers, celebrate a legacy of leadership, and watch a video of the 2023 Credit Union Hero of the Year. We'll also check out the latest episode of the CUNA News podcast as CUNA Senior Editor Ron Jose talks to Martin Carter, President and CEO of Estera Credit Union in Saginaw, Michigan, about a financial well-being program that focuses on positive outcomes. The Federal Reserve officially launched its FedNow real-time payment rails on July 20th. Since FedNow's launch, it received a surprising amount of mainstream media coverage. It's even more important for leaders to understand what to expect both in the near term and further down the road. Glen Sarvady breaks down the new platform for us. Credit unions are where people are worth more than money. That's not only the case in serving members, but also when credit unions merge. To achieve any merger's goal of providing improved service to members, there needs to be understanding and acceptance by all stakeholders, employees, volunteers, and members, according to Brad Berg-Moser, President and CEO of the $1.3 billion asset Financial Plus CU in Flint, Michigan. Berg-Moser is among the executives sharing insight on the merger process and how important it is for leaders to go beyond checking boxes to serve the needs of all stakeholders during a time of great transition. In the article, he describes how Financial Plus made great efforts to preserve the legacy of both boards during its merger with Wenagas Credit Union in 2022. CUNA President and CEO Jim Nussle reflects on attending African American Credit Union Coalition's 25th annual conference. Nussle was asked by AACUC President and CEO Renee Sadie-White to speak about legacy and connection, and what both organizations over the past 3 years in the wake of George Floyd's murder. Nussle has high praise for Sadie-White's bold leadership during a time that called for great action and commitment. Nussle also paid tribute to another great cooperative leader, AACUC Board Chair Maurice Smith, who also served as CUNA's board chair. Recognizing Smith was especially timely because AACUC presented a new award at the conference, the Maurice R. Smith DEI Leadership Award. It's given to thought leaders whose social impact is felt across the credit union movement. Amanda Mers has deep ties to the nonprofit community in the Sacramento, California area, and these relationships provide deep insights into community needs. Mers is Community Impact Manager at $4.6 billion asset Safe Credit Union in Folsom, California, and Credit Union Magazine's 2023 Credit Union Hero of the Year. She works with a range of organizations that focus on Safe's 3 pillars of philanthropy: education, healthcare, and veterans. In this week's featured video, Mers' colleagues commend her efforts to connect with people and organizations to benefit the community. When Martin Carter launched the Empower Me financial wellness program at Estera Credit Union in Lansing, Michigan, he wanted to improve his members' financial lives. He was also aware the program's participants' members would qualify for more of the credit union's products and services. In the latest episode of the CUNA News podcast, Carter, the president and CEO of the $202 million asset credit union, tells senior editor Ron Jose why financial wellness is not only about education, but turning knowledge into positive outcomes for both members and the credit union. Listen to this clip from the episode.
What we went into the program with is an objective of improving the credit score of the individual that is working in the program by up to 100 points. Having them have emergency savings and good savings habits when they left the program.
Now over to Alex McVeigh, CUNA Senior Editor of Public Affairs Communications, for a look at what's happening in Washington, D.C.
Congress is out for its August recess, but there's plenty happening in D.C. on the regulatory front. This week we filed a letter with the Federal Housing Finance Agency. It was sent in response to the agency's request for input on tenant protections for multifamily properties backed by the government-sponsored enterprises. We believe any review of these protections must begin with state and local laws, as those generally govern the relationships between multifamily property owners and tenants. We also noted more research is needed to make an informed policy decision on this issue. Our second letter was sent to the Federal Communications Commission. While we support its efforts regarding revocation of consent under the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, the FCC's proposal would create an impracticable standard that would result in consumer harm and a renewed flood of TCPA litigation.
Thanks, Alex. Our credit union of the week is Colorado Credit Union in Littleton, Colorado, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary in 2023. The $378 million asset credit union was founded in 1973 when 35 Johns Manville employees gathered their funds together and started a member-owned financial cooperative. Learn more about Colorado Credit Union at www.ccu.org. Want to be our next credit union of the week? Send your credit union's information to yang@cuna.coop to take part in a future episode. This week in credit union history, on July 31st, 2015, the NCUA implemented a revised rule known as Risk-Based Capital Rule, establishing a new risk-based capital framework for credit unions, aiming to ensure their financial stability and resilience. Coming in the next few weeks, we'll talk with credit union league leaders, provide an update from CUNA economists, and explore CEO coaching. That's it for this week's wrap-up. Thanks for watching, and have a great weekend. To stay up to date on these stories and more, subscribe to Credit Union Magazine, visit news.cuna.org, and listen to the CUNA News podcast at news.cuna.org/podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and check out the description for links to everything discussed in this video.